Well, hello fellow subscribers, new subscribers, and of course, most importantly, Phil. How are we all today? I hope you're all great. I had actually filmed a vlog yesterday, leading into my little stream I did last night. Didn't kind of work out as originally planned. But I have to repeat myself what I had discussed in that vlog yesterday. Now, before I get into that boring bit, last night, and the reason why I'm not posting, I was talking about it yesterday, is last night, Chopper Eddie. You'll see my last live stream if you want to. And check him out. The link to Chaparetti is on that video. Anyway, he hosts these races of late, his lobbies. They're normally full of really good quality drivers, A and A plus drivers. So me being a B driver, I feel a little bit kind of down the bottom there, but you know what, it's still fun. He hosted a 3-hour race last night at Monza. It was a bit hard getting people into the race, sadly, and not everyone finished. I think he only had about 6 there at the end of the 3 hours. But he's got about 15 people at the start of the race. I did about the first hour, including just before the race started. He said, if anyone needs to do a pee, go and do that now. Otherwise, we're going to start the race. At that point, I felt, yeah, I'm fine. I don't need to go and pee. And what I didn't take into account, and I just need to wait until I'm around this corner, I had just had one of these. To that point, no, I didn't. To about 5 or so laps into the 3-hour race, about 5, not that long into the race. And now it's down the back anyway. Just trying to keep out of it. It was a multi-class race that he hosts, so it had some GR1 cars and mostly GR3 cars. And yeah, within about 5, I started feeling the tingle. And by I think about lap 10, or maybe even less than that, I needed to go in for a pee stop. I had to go into the pits. Of course, you don't select anything, so you just stay there. Had to go and run and do my business, which put me down nearly 2 laps on even the 14th place guy. But I thought, yeah, we'll proceed. And I got to about lap 16, 17. I was getting lapped, and I just felt like I was in the way. I hit nearly the first hour of the race, and then I just thought, yeah, I think I'm going to pull out because I'm going to be a mobile chicane here. And I didn't want to ruin, especially those faster guys, because they don't have ghosting. So those faster guys, I just felt like I'm just going to be in their way. Even got lapped by Chopper himself for, I think, well, technically on the track first time, but it was, I think, the third time he actually got past me because of pit stops. So, yeah, it was a fun race. It was a good race. I've left it up there so you can see. We had a little bit of a slow start getting people in there, but it was good. It got me thinking, tomorrow here in Australia we have the Bathurst 12-hour race. That's not the Bathurst 1000, which is only the Australian supercars. We have the Bathurst 12-hour race, normally at the start of the year, where it's mainly GT3 cars racing around Bathurst for 12 hours, i.e. 12 hours. So I think it's around 300 laps they get to in the end. And I would love to run a mini couple-hour race at Bathurst tonight, or tomorrow night and stuff like that, but I just know I just won't get anyone in there. If I run it as a public thing, you're just going to have a whole lot of idiots. So I like the way that Chopper did it, that you had to be friends to be in. And I would love to do that kind of thing, to get enough people in to do like a mini endurance race, maybe 2 or 3 hour race. These idiot kids that are riding around on the roads, not even looking where cars are coming. Typical. Anyway, so yeah, I would love to do that. Now, the other thing you would have seen during the week, I've hardly done any streaming. I did a little bit of a one during the afternoon yesterday of one daily race C race. But that's actually why I haven't been doing any streaming, because as much as everyone's been raving on about this daily race C, how brilliant it is. No, we've all wanted this long race. I'm not sure if all of us have wanted such a long race. But to me, it shouts out that we need a daily race D. There's a lot out there saying, oh, you know, we just change A to B and then B to C, and then we have C as this 1 hour endurance race each hour. I don't think it's going to work, mainly for streaming, because that's the one thing this week and the reason why I haven't been streaming, because they only have daily race C once per hour on the hour. If you miss that, or you just don't want to do daily race C and you want to do some other races, the gaps between those do not work very well for streaming. Especially since they made daily race B only 3 laps at Spa, and like 10 minutes. And then you have to wait another 10 minutes to do the next race. And then another, like, so 10 past 8, I'm going to, say you didn't do the 8 p.m. race for daily race C, so you do the 10 past 8 daily race B. You finish that about 20 past 8, so you've got 10 minutes to the next one. And you do that one at 8:30, which then finishes at 8:40. But then you want to do daily race C. So you then have to wait 20 minutes to do daily race C. And then after that, you're thinking, oh, which finishes around, say, 9:45. So it's about 40 to 45 minutes that takes up. Okay, you can then go and do daily race C, but it's not very friendly for streaming. That's one of the things I like about Gran Turismo 7 is it's quite good to help you stream the stream. Very stream friendly. This is why actually I think iRacing isn't very friendly for streaming. So to me, changing A to like B and then C doesn't really work. What we really need is a daily race D. And we have A, B and C the same as what we've been having. Having a race every half hour would be very handy. If they could do if they had those longer races but it ran every half hour, not too bad. Because it only runs every hour, it doesn't really work. So to me, what this to me says, there's others go, oh, but we don't need that. But those are people who are saying, oh, we don't need a daily race A, are those who don't do daily race. There are actually out there, a lot of people out there that do like doing daily race A, okay? So, yeah, to me, if they change it to just those 3 races still, but daily race A is only every hour, it's really going to ruin streaming. I personally think they need daily race D. So what we saw as daily race C should be D. And we still have A, B and C, how they've been running all as we've all got used to. And let's not get me started on what I think about, you know, people who are having goes, oh, well, we should have 20 cars now, we should have this, we should have that. We have to realise that the game is held back because it has to run on the PS4. Now, I saw someone having a go at me in Chapper's stream last night saying, oh no, bullshit, blah, blah, blah. It's the PS5 version's a more unstable one, blah, blah, blah. And, well, maybe the PS5 version is more unstable because it also has to be able to run on PS4. Stop to think about that. Also, the PS5's version is held back because of having to run on PS4. That's the main reason why we went from 20 for daily race C back down to just 16 in the races, because because of the extra work that Gran Turismo 7 puts on the CPU power of the PS4, we also have to remember that PS5 isn't just more powerful than the PS4 for graphics. It's also for processing power and all that other stuff. So think about it. If they didn't have the shackles of the PS4 version, we could possibly have more than 20, maybe even 24 people in a daily race scene and stuff like that. We could have more racing. We could have potentially better penalty AI because not having to backwards run on the PS4. They have shown that the AI that they incorporated with the name Sophie could give us much better racing. The reason why I think they could easily put the AI of Sophie into all the racing on Gran Turismo 7, all the offline part of it, aspect. But the only reason why they haven't done that is because they don't want to upset the PS4 players having a far superior version. So yeah, it's great that it came to the PS4, but now I think that it's really like halfway through the life cycle of the PS5. Sony's actually said in a recent meeting thing that they had, development meeting, that they're expecting the sales of the PS4 to start slowing down over the next year or two. So to me, I think it's time that they did not Gran Turismo 8, maybe some people are talking about Gran Turismo Sport 2 and stuff like this. I don't think they need to. I think they just need to do a Spec B version of Gran Turismo, but only available, and maybe even sell that as an upgrade for those who are PS5 people. We can pay for that, which will give us more tracks, cars and stuff like that. Those who just want to stay with Gran Turismo 7 how it is, they can. They can stay with the PS4 version or the standard version, you could kind of say, of PS4, of Gran Turismo 7 on the PS5. But have a Spec V version of Gran Turismo 7. I know they said the Spec 2, whatever it is, but a proper Spec B, or Spec 2, whatever you want to call the bloody thing. I can't remember what they call that latest update, they called it one of those. But he gave, and I'm sure we're happy pay for an upgrade to that. It'd be only PS5 and incorporate Sophie into all of the online and offline racing. Not online, but you could technically put it into online racing as well. But offline racing. I just think it would make it better if we could incorporate the full power of the PS5, not just for better graphics and of course VR2 support, which is great, but also to allow us to have better penalty AI, or that other stuff that could come along with that. I think it would be good for all of us. Yeah, I did get distracted back there. Anyway, that's my feeling, and I personally think, and I hope probably don't go let's do only one race for daily race C every hour, because I just don't think that works, especially for streamers. I hope that they do incorporate a daily race D, but I'm also concerned, I think the signs that where we should start getting concerned about Poly giving up on Gran Turismo 7 will be, how regular will the updates be? We waited 3 months to that last update and we got 3 cars. If we have to wait more than and they used to have an update every month, but if that now starts slowing down to every 2 or 3 months and we get a small amount of content, that's where I think the alarm bells for all of us will start ringing for Gran Turismo. What are you doing? To sit there and wait. Making sure you know where you're going, idiot. Bit of road rage, boys. This is a nice area I'm driving around now. This is a place called Wellington Point. There's a little island. When low tide, you can walk out to it, which people are doing that now. I generally don't get out of the car on weekends. It's just too busy. So I'll wait until weekdays, much less people. Yeah, but that's my impressions. I think Gran Turismo 7 is still a great base that they can still work on. I do think that they can incorporate a daily race D as a 1 hour race, because I think not everyone likes that 1 hour race. I noticed. I think a lot of people kind of enjoyed it at first, but it's quite a long race. It's quite stressful in a way, and I've a lot more people quitting the race before it ends than normal. So having that as daily race C, I don't think is a good thing in a way, because I think we'll have less racing. Less people want to do it because it's too long. A lot of people like the race distance that is daily race C, should I say. Daily race B, as I said, an A and B are good as they are, so I don't want to get rid of daily race A. It's not normally my thing, but there's a lot out there that do actually like the differences with daily race A and not having the pressure of losing DR in that race. And for streaming, I really hope they don't go that way. But that's my views. I would love, recapping, I would love to be able to do some more lobbies where I could get enough people, making it worthy of doing a Bathurst race, or start doing some kind of like endurance races on the weekend, even if I have to stay up late, so it's a better time suited to you guys. If you've got any feedback for me, please feel free to comment as reply to this quite a long vlog again. I'm so sorry that it has taken so long, but I wanted to say those things. Anyway, I'm going to probably go for a little bit more of a drive. Need to go and visit my son, and we'll see you all in the next one. So to all of you guys, to all the new subscribers, old subscribers, and Phil, see you next time.